Bus is one of the main public transport systems in Kuala Lumpur, capital city of Malaysia with more than 1.8 million people of population. The capital city and its surrounding satellite cities is known as the Greater Klang Valley. Even when rail transit becomes the backbone of the city's public transport system, bus becomes the feeder for the transit stations and reach places that far from any LRT and MRT stations. What are the brands of the local buses in Kuala Lumpur and how to ride them? Because different ways. Let's take a time waiting for the next bus while understand of the variety of local bus services in Kuala Lumpur and Greater Klang Valley. In this video, the focus is on the local buses that the locals use daily. Therefore, express buses and tourist rides such as KL Hop On Hop Off will not be discussed. There are certain bus companies such as Causeway Link in Klang and Maraliner in Rawang, but those buses still can accept cash. We are looking into the cashless mode. Because you want the experience in Kuala Lumpur like a local, you have to travel like a local. Let's start with the first brand of local bus in the heart of Kuala Lumpur. GOKL is the bus service within the border of Federal Territory of Kuala Lumpur. In other words, this bus only run in certain parts within Kuala Lumpur city. For the visitors, both local and foreign, this bus is most likely the bus that tourists will take to popular tourist destination. Today, let's ride two of its earliest bus route of GOKL from Pasar Seni to world famous Bukit Bintang and from Bukit Bintang to Petronas Twin Towers in KLCC. The routes are GOKL 2, which is Purple Line, and GOKL 1, which is Green Line. The distance between Pasar Seni and Bukit Bintang is 3 km, while the distance between Bukit Bintang and KLCC is 4 km. GOKL bus service was started on 31st of August 2012 and initially financed by former federal agency, which was Land Public Transport Commission or SPAT. After the transfer of SPAT to the Ministry of Transport in the year 2019, Kuala Lumpur City Hall or DBKL took over the management of GOKL. Since 2022, electric buses are used instead of diesel bus on selected routes, which makes the ride quieter and better both for the money and for the environment. Just listen how quiet it is. This bus passed in front of Central Market and passed by in front of Petaling Street. However, since the 1st of January 2024, all passengers need to pay 1 ringgit or 24 American cents per ride. Payment can be made by credit or debit card, Touch and Go card, which is Malaysia's transport card, and Malaysian identity card or IC that was validated. No cash accepted. And let me tell you, this is the most convenient local bus that foreigners can ride in Kuala Lumpur. You may use a foreign debit and credit card with Visa or MasterCard, no problem. Because the next two bus services are not easy or almost impossible to ride. Malaysians can ride this bus for free, let me tell you how. Selected bus halts such as at Pasar Seni and KLCC might have a staff with GOKL uniform that can validate the My Card, which is Malaysia's national identity card. However, the staff availability and timing is varied, so best of luck if you try to validate the IC this way. The surest way to validate the IC is to visit Kuala Lumpur City Hall or DBKL Tower B and go to Jabatan Pengangkutan Bandar at level 8 during working hours. Ask for GOKL registration and staff will ask for the IC. Tap on the card reader and you're done. No forms, no waiting, everything is done in less than a minute, which is easily one of the fastest registration method in Malaysia. Maybe. Okay, back to the bus. There are few people riding on this bus in the afternoon of a weekday. GOKL operation was started with 2 bus lines back in 2012. Today, there are 15 GOKL bus lines looping in Kuala Lumpur. The frequency of the bus is around 15 to 30 minutes, with lines in the city could be as frequent as 5 minutes if the traffic permits. Arriving at Bukit Bintang while the bus returns to Pasar Seni to complete its loop. Less than a minute later, Green Line bus passed through Bukit Bintang just behind the bus I disembarked earlier. After walking around Bukit Bintang, let's take GOKL Line 1 or Green Line bus to KLCC, the Twin Towers. Instead of the same unsheltered bus stop at Bukit Bintang, I wait for the bus at sheltered bus stop in front of Wisma Causeway behind Pavilion. Here you can see the issues that affect the reliability and efficiency of the local bus in Malaysia. There is no information of bus route. There is no information of which route need to be taken and where does the bus will bring you to. Cars waiting at the bus bays for various reasons, and the bus bay is only cleared if the traffic police or DBKL enforcers pass by, and the bus bay is refilled soon after. The absence of bus lanes and high volume of cars make the bus often stuck in the traffic congestion. Hey, the Green Line bus has arrived. We just continue the journey to the Twin Towers, KLCC. And the traffic this bad, 1 ringgit per trip is not really a bad deal since it is much cheaper than the taxi ride. For Malaysians, it's free, even better. Passing through the famous Bukit Bintang pedestrian crossing with monorail line zipping above. I talked about KL monorail in the previous video about many years ago to highlight the reasons of why the monorail line is never extended beyond its original 2003 alignment about more than 20 years ago. Why the monorail line was never extended. To know more about the monorail in Kuala Lumpur, the link to watch this video is up here. En route to KLCC, the bus passed by another KLCC, Kuala Lumpur Convention Centre. At Persiaran KLCC, there is an MRT station nearby, but the bus did not stop here. Instead, the bus turned right into Jalan Tun Razak, where there are office towers soaring above such as Tabung Haji and PNB. Entering Jalan Ampang and passing by Ampang Park Station, the bus should stop here, but there is nobody to embark or disembark. Arriving at KLCC, with the Twin Towers stand next to the bus hall. Again, cars illegally wait at the bus base, which makes the bus has nowhere to stop. Speaking as a former Grab driver, the proper pickup area around the Twin Towers is actually in front of the Suria KLCC Mall, because usually the people or the cars who are parked illegally at the roadside or the bus lane is waiting for the next e-hail booking, as the booking system usually will match the customer with the nearest car available. Match. Let's cross Jalan Ampang into the next destination for another bus ride. This bus operates outside the Kuala Lumpur border, so why do I include Smart Selangor bus in this video? Because there are several tourist attractions and key areas such as hospitals that are located in Klang Valley near Kuala Lumpur but located outside the borders of capital city. For example, this building, One Utama Mall, Bandar Utama Petaling Jaya. OU or 1U. For the second ride, bus PJ05 operated between One Utama in Bandar Utama to Taman Bahagia LRT station within Petaling Jaya, satellite city west of Kuala Lumpur. The total distance is 11 kilometers. One Utama bus terminal is a hassle to find for the first timers because there is no sign and direction to the bus terminal outside the mall. To go to the bus terminal at the new wing, go to the entrance, turn right and walk on the path to the bus terminal. Smart Selangor Bus is an initiative by Selangor State Government that provide free bus services throughout the state in all the cities and district councils. Previously, PJ City Bus was a free bus services that started its operation on 14th of May 2014. It was once financed by Petaling Jaya City Council or MBPJ before Selangor State Government took over the management years later. And that explained the PJ City Bus unique green livery compared to the red and yellow Smart Selangor buses in the rest of the Selangor state. The next bus will depart at 1:20 PM with 40 minutes frequency. The bus departed on time and leaving Bandar Utama towards Taman Bahagia. If you are a visitor from outside the Klang Valley, both local and foreigners, it is best to avoid the Smart Selangor bus for two reasons. Reason number 1, payment system. Since the 1st of January 2023, it is mandatory to scan the QR code at front in order to ride the bus using Cepat app. Only QR code using Cepat app, CEPAT app, no other method accepted. Thus, no cash, no touch and go card, no credit and debit cards either. Cannot use all that. Malaysians might have a little issue. They need to download the Cepat app, register in the app and scan the QR code in the bus using the app. The registration took a few minutes if the app is working. I successfully registered after the third attempt. For the foreigners, this is where the things got tricky. Foreigners are able to register in Cepat app but need to pay 90 cents per person per ride. However, Cepat app only allows minimum top-up value of 10 ringgit. Therefore, it is unworthwhile to spend 10 ringgit just for a single bus ride. In theory, QR code should be instant, but in practice, someone needs time to open Cepat app, scan the QR code and waiting for the response all took a while. Because not everyone has the latest flagship smartphone with the fastest 5G network. Think of someone with an outdated Chinese-made phone. It would take much longer time to scan than someone with an iPhone. iPhone is also made in China. And think of it again, people who take the bus are less likely to have the latest smartphone model that costs similar with a second-hand motorcycle. Reason number 2, frequency of the bus. By referring to the bus timetable, the frequency is 40 minutes. Quite a lengthy wait if you miss one bus and you need to wait a long time for another. And by the way, Bandar Utama MRT station is just next to the mall, thus it is more convenient to take MRT than PJ City Bus. Instead of directly using the expressway, PJ05 passing through the neighbourhoods of Damansara Utama SS23 and Damansara Jaya SS22. There are so many cars here since the bus frequency is low and rail transit station is far away. After Damansara Jaya, the bus entering Damansara Puchong Expressway or LDP heading towards SS2. I talked about Damansara Puchong Expressway or LDP in the previous video where the 4-lane urban expressway is carrying the traffic between the two satellite cities of Kuala Lumpur with more than 1.6 million people living in these two cities combined on this highway. To know more about the LDP, the link to watch this video is up here. Malaysian bus porters might notice the interiors of the PJ City bus is similar with the more common Rapid KL buses because it is. The bus is owned by Prasarana, which is state-owned public transport company, and the drivers are wearing orange Rapid KL uniform. The differences are the client and the payment method, which explain the free bus unlike other paid local bus services. Also, there is no card reader in the bus, only QR code. The bus passing through SS2, popular for its dining scene and colourful Rian shops. The bus arrived at Taman Bahagia LRT station at 1:49 PM. The distance is 11 kilometers with the duration of 29 minutes. Since LRT station is just nearby, let's take the train to the next bus line. The most common local bus in Kuala Lumpur and Greater Klang Valley is Rapid KL buses with the cream, blue and red livery. As on September 2025, according to Land Public Transport Agency or APAT, the daily average passenger number of Rapid KL buses is 117,289, not including MRT feeder buses. MRT feeder buses are similar with the Rapid KL buses in the terms of fare, payment method, same branding and frequency. The differences are only on the management side, who own the bus and also bus model used. Other than that, it's still the same. If the average daily passenger of MRT feeder buses of 63,949 is combined with the Rapid KL buses average daily passenger number, the total daily average bus passenger are slightly higher than average daily passengers of newly opened MRT Putrajaya line. Compare that with the number of daily average passengers taking bus in Singapore, which is 3.83 million passengers in the year 2024 according to Land Transport Authority or LTA in Singapore. Kuala Lumpur is not even reached 10% of that number. You will understand why in the next bus ride. The final bus ride for today is the bus T201 from Gombak LRT station to Wiradamai near the bus hub north of Batu Caves in Gombak, Selangor. The distance from one end to another is 11 kilometers. Gombak LRT station is the terminus of LRT Jaya line located near the border between Kuala Lumpur and Selangor. And that explains the massive park and ride facility as people drive to the station and ride the train to the city centre. T201 has a frequency of 30 minutes and quite a number of passengers waiting for the bus after working hours. Thus, let's walk out from the LRT station and wait for the next bus. Remember the bus statistic I mentioned earlier, bus frequency is 30 minutes but LRT trains arrive in Gombak every 3 minutes. No wonder people prefer train more than buses. This bus, T200, is heading to International Islamic University or IIUM nearby. And there it is, Rapid KL bus with LRT feeder pink livery, line 201. Other than its pink exterior, it is just the same as the other Rapid KL buses. Unlike the previous GOKL bus and Smart Selangor bus, Rapid KL buses only accept Touch and Go card as the method of payment. No cash, no credit and debit cards, and no QR code. There was an attempt to introduce the QR codes payment in MRT feeder buses back in 2019, but public opposed it. This massive complex is Terminal Bersepadu Gombak or TBG, the brand new bus terminal for buses heading towards east coast of Peninsular Malaysia. Located next door is the future Gombak Railway Station, the western terminus of ECRL passenger services. ECRL or East Coast Rail Line is a new railway line linking Kuala Lumpur and East Coast states funded by China's Belt and Road Initiative. You might ask, why is the railway needed? Because just take a look at the traffic. The traffic headed towards Gombak Toll Plaza to the east coast is so bad, and this is weekday, a working day. Imagine the holiday season where millions of vehicles are on the road on the same day. I talked about driving in Kelantan before the major holiday where the traffic is so bad that the homecomers could stuck in a traffic standstill for 12 hours or even longer, sometimes more than a day, for a journey maybe about 400 kilometers something. To know more about why the traffic to Kelantan, in Kelantan is not moving when the holiday season comes, to know more, understand why, the link to watch this video is up here. After Gombak Interchange, ECRL Viaduct stands tall above Middle Ring Road 2 or MRR2. The traffic is not moving, rush hours have started. MRR2 is filled with vehicles while the limestone hill on the horizon is Batu Caves. The bus turn right into Taman Sri Gombak and there is a night market. The bus stops are well built, but often there are bus stops that have only a bus stop pole. This is how Malaysian neighbourhoods look like. The bus makes around in Taman Sri Gombak and pass by the other end of the night market. This bus stop only has a pole with an information board, but less than 100 meters in front, there is a sheltered bus stop. The inconsistency of the bus stop design is due to different authority and ownership. Bus stops are built and maintained by the city or municipal council, and the bus operators just pass by the bus stops and not responsible for its maintenance. The view of backsides of Batu Cave at the Kampung Bahtera is so breathtaking. You cannot see this from hop-on hop-off bus. Disembark near Pangsa Puri Kenanga, the flats where the bus stop nearby is the second last in T201 route. You might ask why did not I not ride until the end, because there is nobody on board the bus after this bus stop. To catch another bus back to Gombak station, I decided to walk to Wiradamai bus hub. You might think that the bus hub is kind of complex with buses and sheltered platform like in Pasar Seni. In Singapore, bus hubs or bus interchange as they call are fully sheltered bus terminal with clear signs and dedicated platforms. In some bus interchanges such as Yishun and Woodlands, the bus interchange is fully air-conditioned. How about the bus hubs in Malaysia? And here it is. I present you Wiradamai Bus Hub. There is nothing much here, bus park on the open area with rows of restaurants and shops nearby. No shelter, no benches, no information board, not even marked parking space, which makes Yishun bus interchange feels way better. Whoopee! The sunset at Wiradamai Bus Hub might be one of the unexpected scenes placed in Southeast Asia, which includes paddy fields of Phetchaburi, Thailand, and the view of Port of Singapore from Dr. Francis Hutchinson's office. I don't think he will watch this video. Moving on. Anyway, after 3 bus rides in a single day in 3 different parts of Kuala Lumpur and Greater Klang Valley, there are numbers of points that should be highlighted. After riding 3 different bus lines owned by 3 different authorities, there are 3 points that I would like to highlight. Number 1, the issues with the payment method to ride the bus. The payment method varies across the bus lines, ownership and operators, which makes bus trips quite a hassle. GOKL practice open payment system which accept credit and debit cards and touch and go card. Rapid KL buses only accept touch and go card, while Smart Selangor buses need an app to enter. Compare this confusing variety of payment with Singapore's uniform, singular open payment system. You can pay using credit and debit cards, EasyLink and Nets. And compare that with Bangkok, cash, and most of the cases, cash only. Problem number 2, lack of information. Or if there is information, it's everywhere. It's somewhere, not everywhere. Since all the companies and management are running the bus operation on their own, there is no single place for all the information of bus routes. Rapid KL might have the most extensive information as all route information of its own buses and MRT feeder buses is available on Rapid KL website or in its own app, Pulse. But not so with GOKL buses, Smart Selangor buses and other stage buses such as Causeway Link and Maraliner. Therefore, good luck finding reliable information as each company publicizes their bus information separately. Issue number 3, frequency. The most common frequency is 30 minutes, while certain busy bus routes might have higher frequency up to 10 minutes. Even with the promised high frequency, bus often stuck in the traffic congestion and bus lane albeit provided in certain major routes are often not respected. And there you have it, a tour of local buses in Kuala Lumpur. Of course, it takes a long time to arrive to your destination. By taking a bus, at least the trip is affordable or even free. When was the last time you took a bus in Kuala Lumpur? You may comment down below. If you want to ride the local bus in Kuala Lumpur and Greater Klang Valley, the fare and information differs across the owners and operators. Rapid KL buses, including MRT feeder buses, is the most common and the most extensive bus network in the whole Klang Valley. The information on Rapid KL buses are available in their website, myrapid.com.my and Pulse app. Only touch and go card is accepted for fare payment, no other method. Fare depends on how far you travel. The further you go, the more the fare is. All routes with T has flat fare of 1 ringgit and yes, including lengthy T201 trip. For GOKL, the most reliable information is from DBKL Facebook and Instagram pages and GOKL app. There is an unofficial website, goklbus.com, which appears on the first list on Google search, but the information there is obsolete and no longer reliable. The fare is 1 ringgit per ride regardless of distance travel. The information regarding Smart Selangor buses, including PJ City Bus, is published by respective city and district councils who manage the bus routes. Only Cepat app is acceptable to ride the bus, free for Malaysians and 90 cents for foreigners. Reference list in the form of articles is in the description for your further reference. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something new about local buses in Kuala Lumpur and how to ride them all like Pokemon. Thank you so much for watching again and see you in the next video.